Adobe's dynamic linking is one of the big selling points for me. The fact that you can jump seamlessly through different software without needing to keep re-exporting assets saves a lot of time, especially when you're in a time crunch. So today we're going to look at a few basic examples of Premiere to After Effects workflows through dynamic link. Keying is something you could do right inside of Premiere like we've shown before, but if you need more control or you just need to go beyond a basic color key, you'll want to take your footage into After Effects. So to do this, we'll right-click our clip and tap Replace with After Effects Composition. This opens After Effects and prompts you to save the project. Now for this shot, we'll use Key Light, change some of the settings until we get a clean key, then add in our background using various color and blur effects on both this and our key to closer match, and finish with some glow above everything. Now we save again, and when we jump back to Premiere Pro, you'll see that this shot has updated with the After Effects composition. The best part about this is if you need to make any adjustments, all you have to do is reopen the After Effects project, make the changes you need, hit save again, and Premiere will automatically update your clip without ever needing to export over and over. For exterior shots, what the sky looks like plays a huge part in what your shot feels like. But you can't really decide what the sky will look like on any given day, so thankfully, we can art design that in post. For this shot, we want to do a simple sky replacement, so again, we're going to right-click and replace with an After Effects composition and save our project. With a duplicate of the footage, we'll use a curves effect to crush the contrast and a tint to shift the sky fully white. With another curves effect crushing the contrast even further, we can use a mask to isolate this area, making any section without sky fully black. This gives us a Lumimatte, which we can use to replace the sky. So now with a sky image of our choice, which you can find free assets like this easily online from places like Pexels, we can set this layer to use the Lumimatte, making it visible only within the bright areas. Now we'll change position and scale to line up with our scene, then use some color effects to change the hue and saturation as well, and lowering contrast to closer match our footage like this. If your shot is static, then great, you're done. But if your footage has movement, then you're going to want to track your clip, which we have a full episode about motion tracking, so look in the description below for that. But just as we did before, we'll save our After Effects project, shift over to Premiere, and find that all of our changes are now here in our editing timeline. Finally, we have a screen replacement. Again, we have all of our assets in the timeline here. So we're going to right click and move over to After Effects. Personally, I like to pre-comp whatever clip that I want on the monitor in case I do want to quickly swap it out later on. We can pre-comp by selecting what we want to pre-comp and then hit Command-Shift-C on a Mac or Control-Shift-C on Windows. And then we'll send everything to this comp. Now we can drop in the corner pin effect and move each pin to its designated corner on the screen. Next, we'll change our blending mode to screen, and this will bring back any natural reflections from your footage, making for a solid screen replacement. Once again, we're going to save our project, go back to Premiere, and again, we have our updated clip. If your footage has movement, like we showed before, you're just going to need to motion track that, but everything else is going to remain the same. But there you have a few examples of a Premiere to After Effects workflow through dynamic linking, which I can't express how useful this is. Not having to export asset after asset and then keep doing that as you find little errors or want to make little changes is massively helpful. Of course, if you're going to do a giant visual effects shot, you will go more of the old workflow. But having small things like we showed in this episode right inside of After Effects feeding right into Premiere without having to export is really a game changer. But if you have something you'd like to see us cover in the future, feel free to drop us a comment below. And subscribe to the channel for more tutorials and updates like this one, because clicking is a workout for your finger, and I'm just putting your health first.